I just feel like I'm missing something and I don't know what it is.
What are you missing?
I don't know.
Well,
Roll20's open. Zencaster's open. Audacity's recording. My character sheet's here.
Do you have a beverage to drink?
I have 4 bottles of water because we
they
don't know how
plastic
hard
bottles?
we're going to go. Yes.
Are you going to crinkle them on air?
No.
Like, don't do that.
You guys want to do a little housekeeping from last session?
Yeah, what did we do? It's been so long.
Well, we can review a little bit. Gosh, we did, what is this, episode 3 now? In episode 1, you guys did a 2-hour-long networking meeting. And then in episode 2, armed attackers attacked Jumanji Eldori's manor. And you are slicing through them very effectively. But we have to award some additional experience points that I forgot about. I was looking back through the book, and I was like, well, I'm pretty sure you guys were supposed to get experience for the social encounter from episode 1, but I never gave it to you. But get this, it's 80 experience points.
Oh, dang.
Get out of here. That puts us like at least level 3.
Yeah, 80 experience points.
So we are level 3?
I'm taking 6 feet right now.
Level 3. That should put you up to 180 experience points if everything is correct. But I have to give you now 30 more experience points as well because you rescued Lindsay from this ogre in this library. That's how we ended last episode. So as you'll recall, I think Sirio, during the encounter, hit her with a 2-action heal. Frickin' Lindsay's up and ready to go and seems to be accompanying you. She's like, hey guys, what's going on? Gosh, it's good to see you.
Doesn't she got a thing for Sirio?
She's got a little hero worship going on. I'm not sure it's a romantic thing, although I've known Chris a long time and I think I would be comfortable.
I was like, wait, we're going to have to change the name of this podcast.
Yeah, I feel good that it's not Lindsay's deal. I think that's going to work out well in the long run.
Yes. You guys are in this library, a small little library. You've been working your way through the eastern wing of Jumanji Eldori's manor, trying to get yourselves, I'm not quite sure what you guys are doing here. Are you trying to get out? Or are you trying to just kill these invaders? What's kind of the goal right now for you guys?
So on a multiple choice question, when an option says all of the above, that's the one I pick.
All of the above.
So, yeah.
That's how I passed. That was my approach to the LSAT. It did not go well. Hey, Lindsay's here now with you in the library. She's picking herself up. She's dusting herself off. She notices, first of all, that I think Bosch is looking pretty down. Donnie, you took a pretty big hit from that ogre hook.
I did.
Right.
And so Bashka's, and I noticed on episode 1, we kind of went back and forth, and I think that's probably because Bashka has really low intelligence. It's Bashk. We went to Boschk at one point. It's Bashk. Well, and I did the same thing. It's okay.
Well, right. I have thoughts about this because I said Bashk in the beginning because at that time I'd only read the name. And then you were giving me this Bosch.
You had it right, and I confused myself.
Is it something that's like really hard to pronounce for people without lizard tongues?
It is. So yes, in the Iruxi language, it comes out much smoother. It's really hard to bring over into common, though. We'll call it that instead of just me effing up my own name.
Well, what is his name in Iruxi?
It's. We'll get back to me on that.
I see.
He has to hold his tongue and put a mouth guard in it.
It's really hard. I don't want to offend any Iruxi that may be listening on my pronunciation.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's down to 4 hit points right now out of 16. Ooh. So yeah, he's feeling a little rough. Gosh. So I was kind of wondering if old Lindsay maybe had some healing spells. I can burn mine if need be, but it'd be much funner to get it from the NPC.
Let me just take a look at Lindsay's character sheet, which I have. Can you believe she is a full-fledged level 1 bard? Looks like she does. She can cast Soothe. You grace the target's mind, boosting its mental defenses and healing its wounds. The target regains a D10 plus 4 hit points when you cast the spell, and gains a +2 status bonus to saves against mental effects for the duration, and the duration is 1 minute. But yeah, she'll go ahead and hit you with a 2-action, well, that's the only option, Soothe spell. So I'm just going to roll that D10. Here I go. That's a 5 on the die. That's 9 HP. Back to you, man. So she heals you up, and she fills you in on kind of what was going on with her. So she tells you that, like, look, I was in a room with Valerie, Amiri, and Harim, and we woke up pretty early, and we're able to make our way down into this area after just hearing some commotion. Didn't come across any cultists, and I got separated from them and ended up here. And the others, I don't know where they are. She's like, I'm totally worried about them.
I'm going to walk back out into the hallway and stand with Sarah. But how do you say your character's name, Chris?
Sirio.
Sirio. That's what I thought. I'm going to go stand next to Sirio.
Sirio, okay. Lindsay beckons you back in. She's like, wait a second, wait. And she points out what appears to be a secret door on one of these walls right here, where I'm pinging here on the map. It's just across from this desk, kind of near the corpse of this ogre. She's like, you guys want to go in there?
Secrets? I like secrets.
Mitchell asked, how do you know about that?
From a game mechanic standpoint, she passed a perception check. But what she would tell you is that she's like, I just noticed it.
So as Sirio enters the library, he's just going to take a glance around and see if there's any interesting pamphlets or books, or if everything looks like normal library stuff.
Make a perception check.
Rolling. 13 total.
Nothing really out of the ordinary. There's books on fighting. There's books on, history. Nothing really strange one way or another.
Sounds good.
What about our dead ogre friend? Did he have any?
Yeah. I was going to frisk
loot
him
on
down
him?
real quick.
Well, let me just take a look. Gromog was his name. Let's see. He carries 2 items on his person. The first are lice-infested furs.
Oh.
Do you guys want those?
Probably not.
Yeah, Mitch remembers him being
pass.
really itchy and doesn't want to even get close to him.
The second thing that he carries is an ogre hook. I'm not quite sure that there's much you can do with that. It's sized large for starters, and second of all, it really is just junk. I mean,
Is it a
looks
one-hand
like
or a
stuff.
two-hand?
I think it's a 2-hander, but it's literally just like crap that he salvaged from around here, some rope from a tapestry or something, and some kind of meat hook or something from elsewhere in the area here. So it's not really
All right, well,
it's not really an item you can use.
Let's push the metal guy through the
get past that.
secret door.
Yeah.
Which guy? The metal guy?
The metal guy.
Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell.
He has a name.
Again,
Tin Man.
Mitchell, the door is right here. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll illuminate that little S, indicating that it is a secret. Do you see that?
I see
Oh,
it.
I do see that. I'll push past Bask and... Did I mispronounce it? Bashk, yeah.
Bashk.
I'll be like, let me take a look at that. And I'll open the secret door. Once it's open, I'll do a perception check to see if there's any tripwires or any weird crap.
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, this is what you see. This is a small, windowless room, and it contains a large wooden trunk. That trunk appears to be secured with a formidable-looking padlock. Go ahead and roll that perception check.
That's a 7
Total?
total.
Looks good to you, man.
I'm strolling on in there.
Yeah, no, you do. You walk in, and really, for the people listening at home, this is just a little 10 by 7 area. It's very small little
I'm taking
room.
up most of the space, and I can't imagine anyone else would want to come in here with this giant mechanized suit, dude.
But yeah, you walk in there, nothing. It's just kind of dark. There's not a torch or anything. It's just sort of dim light in there. But no, it's just you in a chest.
Yep. I'll just
What's
yell
in the
out,
box?
There's a box in here.
There's a box.
It's got a lock on it. Anyone have a key?
I can do a thievery check to try and pick the lock.
Ooh.
Okay. Mitch is gonna walk out,
The Deuce is going to walk in.
scraping
Deuce.
bookshelves along the way.
All right, the Deuce is going to do a thievery check.
All right, man. You got your thieves' tools.
Yeah,
just
it
kidding.
doesn't matter because I just rolled a 2.
Yeah, no. Critical fail on that
I'm
attempt.
going to walk back out.
Doesn't really, mean that you can't get it open later or anything. But yeah, I mean, it is. But yeah, the lock just confounds you.
What are the physics of like the physical properties of this lock? Is this something I can just break off? Like just kick it, punch
Yeah,
it?
the force open action. Yeah, I think you can. Let's look that up. I think that's an action you can take. Force open. That's an athletics deal. Using your body, a lever, or some other tool, you attempt to forcefully open a door, window, container, or heavy gate. With a high enough result, you can even smash through walls without a crowbar.
I will use a crowbar, which I do have in my inventory. Yeah.
My goodness.
Absolutely.
Without a crowbar, prying something open takes a -2 item penalty. But you have a crowbar, so all you got to do is make an athletics check.
Well, I'm fairly athletic. It's a 13 on the die, so that's a 16 total.
16 total. Sorry, my friend. That is a heck of a lock. It's not enough.
I say keep going.
Just keep trying.
Yep.
Yeah, there's got to be something good in that box.
Or I guess how long does this take?
Oh, I don't know, a few moments at a time. I mean, the clock is ticking, but I would say you've probably been messing with this, 5-6 minutes at this point.
Yep. So while Mitchell's over there working the lock, Syria kind of steps to the back of the room here and looks out what may be a window.
Yes, that is a window leading to the outside. Make a perception check as you look out.
Ooh, 25.
You detect roving bands of cutthroats that seem to be on the grounds outside of the building. They seem to maybe be, looking for something or moving around. You can't quite tell what they're doing. But, first of all, there's bars that fell down on this window, too, just like some of these exits and stuff like that. So you can't really get out this way. The force of cutthroats here is more significant than you first thought.
Oh, man. Like, how many are there? You said groups.
Yeah, a couple groups of 5 out there. So, I mean, it's not insurmountable. A couple of these 4-person, 5-person teams, like you've been taking out one by one.
And
there's just some more out there.
Are any looking my way?
No,
now I'm worried.
No, they're kind of out. They're kind of off in the distance. They're doing something else.
Yeah, I relay this to the group.
I'm going to come out of the secret room all sweaty and angry because I can't break this stupid lock, and then just kind of stare at the group with my hands on my hips and be like, did anyone look for a key in here?
What am I doing? Athletics?
Yeah. Probably using Mitch's crowbar.
16 plus 7. So, fucking math is hard right now. What is that, 23?
Clink. Breaks.
Yay.
Chest opens. Here's what you find.
That
Inside the trunk.
You guys stretch the metal out for me, thanks.
Yeah. Inside the trunk, you see 8 small cloth bags, each bag holding 100 gold pieces.
Holy shit.
Oh, my goodness.
800
Baller
gold.
status.
Yeah.
Okay.
We ball.
They're kind of, whatever the Pathfinder equivalent of coin rolls is. They're all divvied out into specific portions, almost like they're wages or something. You think that maybe this is like what Jamandi Eldori uses to pay servants and stuff like that. In addition, there are 2 lesser healing potions in this chest, and there is a mace and a longsword. Both of them appear to be magical.
Score.
Chris, can you do an Arcana check on the mace and the longsword?
I'm not too bright. I just kind of know things and can do some magic.
I could do Arcana.
But I don't really know a whole lot
can you,
about
Brad?
it.
Yeah, I could do Arcana.
I got a +4, so
I got a +6. I got +7.
nice.
All right.
Brad, just
roll
make
separately?
one. Nah, just make one roll for both.
Oh, wow. That is 25.
Nice.
This is a +1 mace and a +1 longsword.
Wow.
Dang.
Good start.
Them's nice. So
The
I've got
final
these-
thing that you find in this chest is a small leather-bound journal at the bottom of the trunk. It contains the names of all of Lady Jamandi's servants and guards, along with the dates on which they are scheduled to receive their monthly pay and amounts. So, looks like this is her treasury.
The payroll, yeah.
Mitch
Brad,
drops
you want
that out the window.
Yeah.
Just throw the book.
What book? Huh? We're gonna throw it in the river out front out this other door.
Can we do a perception check on that trunk? Just to make sure there's no like false bottoms or anything crazy
Brad,
like that.
Ooh, that's really
Brad,
smart.
would you like the
Search.
mace or the longsword?
I'll take the runes off him at some point, but
Okay, that's fine.
unless somebody wants. Yeah, Bill.
Wow. Another natural 20 on a perception check. 27.
Wow.
No false bottom or anything on the door. But, taking that check and kind of applying it to the room itself, you do see another secret door to the south.
Within the same room where the chest was.
That's right. It's just right to the right of the chest on the opposite wall from where you came in.
Secret room in a secret room.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like Inception. All right, wizard man.
So, yeah, can we check this one for traps? Would my perception check have noticed if there was?
I'll let you roll it over, and yeah, you don't see anything.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna open that door up.
You have entered sort of the back of the main storage room from the other side of the storage room had a secret door leading to the treasury, and the library had a secret door also leading to the treasury. So you've gone from one secret door through the other into this storage room. It's this room that you now stand in appears to hold extra items necessary for running the estate: oil lamps, bed linens, candles, tools, crates of supplies.
My secret room wasn't as cool as the other secret room.
I
found the janitor's closet.
Did we rifle through?
Yeah, in the supplies, anything worthwhile in there?
Search around. You guys are making yourselves right at home here in the estate.
Yeah, we are.
This attack.
Well, you know what? Like you say, if you stay at a bed and breakfast and ninjas come and try to kill you at the night, it gives you some. You get some leeway with the owners.
You know what? That's a good point, Donnie.
I got a 19 on the perception check for her.
You find.
Oh my god! I rolled another 20.
Stop
I'm wasting them on perception checks.
Stop
but I'm still hitting them.
You find 4 grappling hooks among the
right.
gear in this room.
It's all natty
otherwise,
from here on out,
4
guys. Sorry.
grappling hooks.
Great. Now it can be like the Boondock Saints.
We grab the grappling hooks.
Yeah, it looks like this. They probably the guards and then people would use this to get on top of the roof, do some cleaning, things like that if they ever needed to.
The Deuce is going to walk out of the room that the dead ogre is in and make a right down the hallway and make his way through the corpses that are strewn about on the floor.
Oh, yeah, all those guards and stuff. Yeah, to review, there's 6 dead guards and 3 dead cutthroats in this hallway. As you rifle through these corpses, you actually find 4 more minor healing potions. 4 of the 6 guards were carrying potions.
So that we have 6 all day.
Yeah. So that'll be a total of 6. Yeah, so Mitch sees Deuce leave the room and goes out and follow. And I don't know if he's still feeling kind of green around all these dead bodies, but kind of metagaming here. You know, like when you go into a room before there's a boss fight and there's just a ton of potions just laying around. Supplies. Like I think
like,
that's...
Oh, look at these supplies.
Yeah, right?
Look at this longsword just laying here. This is great.
Yeah. Oh.
And can I have that longsword, Brad?
There's a +1 longsword and a +1 mace. So I think
I'm gonna take off my normal regular run of the mill longsword and just lay it on the ground, and I'm gonna take the magic longsword and just slide it into the sheath.
Okay. Upgrade.
that longsword has the seal of Lady Jamandi on the pommel, as does the mace.
She might want that back, but too bad.
I would hang on to your other longsword.
Yeah, I'll put the other longsword in my backpack. So it's a +1 striking?
Yeah, no, not striking, just +1. So it's just an extra. Just a +1 bonus to the attack roll.
And I guess let's divvy up the potions so that...
All right, so there's 6. I'll take 1. We'll give Bask 1. We'll give Brad 1. We'll give Ciro 1. And then that somebody can just hang on to the other 2.
Mitchell hold on to the other 2.
Yeah, it's like, Brad, don't you have like an Iron Man storage thing in there? You can just open up like a thing and...
Got in his butt flap.
Yep.
Guys, where do you go?
Down to this door.
Which one? You got kind of one to the right, you got one to the left.
Who wants to flip a quarter?
Mitch is just going to come down the hallway following Deuce. And
I'm gonna stand in between the 2 doors, and I'm gonna turn around and look at Mitchell and be like, pick one.
Yeah, so I mean where we're at, like if I can kind of remember where we started on episode 1, I feel like the Great Hall is going to be to Mitch's right, or to Mitch's stage left.
Stage left.
So I want to tie up this loose end of this other door that's, straight in front of him down to the south here. So I'm going to go and open it up.
Sure, it looks to be unlocked.
Well, that's a nice bedroom.
Snazzy place.
Yeah, this is a small room. It's comfortably furnished with a bed, a rocking chair, small side table, 3 other chairs. An overturned wooden chest lies in the middle of the room amid a tangle of discarded clothing and personal items. So yes, it does look like a nice room.
I'll do a quick perception check while I'm in here. See if I can save everyone else a trip. That is a 13.
You don't see anything. Well, here's what you see. You see evidence that the chef that cooked your meal tonight, or last night, lives in this room. You see some recipes and stuff scrawled out on pieces of paper and stuff. This looks to be the chef's quarters.
This is Boyardee's room, guys.
That's canon. Yeah, this is Chef Boyardee's room.
It's his name.
That's his name. I thought it was as strange as anyone.
Yeah, Serial will take a peek in the room. Rolled a 19 for 25 total on a perception.
I don't know if Mitch's helmet was getting in the way or what, but you see a small leather pouch tucked into a shoe. You open it up, you find 6 gold pieces, 23 silver pieces.
Shoe money.
Yeah, a little bit of cash.
We'll add that to the kitty.
Yeah, Chef Boyardee's money.
How many silver was that?
Who's our treasurer?
23 silver.
23 silver.
I think Brad's running the inventory sheet there.
Well, and keep in mind, it's 10 silver to a gold, so it's actually 2.3 gold worth of silver.
Wow.
Well, we got to find a money changer for that first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there a coin star here in Galeria that we can use for that?
Or find an establishment and make it rain.
That's a good idea.
Make it hail. I don't know about rain.
I mean, the adventuring's fun, but we've got, what'd you say, 800 gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Plus?
I don't know if that's our gold.
That's not ours.
it is if we leave right now.
So Mitch is going to come out of this room and make like some super serious looking, like doesn't know what he's doing, but like military signs to Deuce and point at the door, like waving his finger around.
I'm gonna
like
just
double
stare at
finger at the
Mitchell,
door.
You're like,
and I'm gonna turn around.
Contact.
I'm just gonna stare at Mitchell for a minute, like quizzically, and then I'm gonna turn around and look at Bash. I'm gonna be like, "Can you open that door?"
Bash kind of shrugs because he doesn't know what the hell Mitchell is doing either, and proceeds to walk through the door. And he's going to go ahead and open it.
Okay.
Don't go through it. Just open it.
We're just opening and looking inside. And this is the door at the end of the hallway. We came down with all the dead bodies, so I'm not expecting anything nice behind this door. But we'll see.
Because Brad and Mitch both kind of agree. Architecturally, this does look like it's going to lead back to the Great Hall. You pop it open, you see a couple of things, okay? This oddly shaped scullery contains 2 sturdy tables for prepping food, a large tin wash basin for cleaning dishes and laundering clothes, a hefty wooden bucket for hauling water, and many shelves containing goblets, plates, dishes, and eating utensils. Though the fragile-looking dishes and glassware remained miraculously undamaged, many bloody corpses lay piled in the middle of the room. Not only do you see that, but you also see what appears to be a frost giant who's milling about in the room.
Just wandering around.
I didn't see that coming.
The frost giant's not dead. I suppose that's the only thing that we found in this room that's alive, right?
Yeah. The frost giant appears to be alive. He's sitting on one of these tables, although to him it just looks like he's sitting on a bench. And he seems to be kind of tending to this huge wound on one of his arms. Right now it's just Bashk, I think, that's looking through that door. Bashk, I need you to make a very quick perception check.
This is when you want to roll 20, or that's a 20.
Yeah, this is where you need one of those 20s.
Close. 15 on the die, total of 22.
Okay. You think back to the dinner, the networking dinner.
Yeah, I think about that. And I don't remember any frost giants at the dinner, so I'm really concerned about this.
It's weird.
It's true. I'm going somewhere with this. But, good point. As
name tag?
As I recall, you critically failed this influence check on Amiri. But while you're interacting with her, you notice that she has what I can only really describe as a Final Fantasy VII Buster Sword that she carries around with, okay? And you take a look at the wound on this frost giant's arm, and without a doubt in your mind, that gigantic, giant-sized sword gigantic, giant-sized guys. That's what I've decided to go with as a description for that.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank you.
So it's big.
It's big. Yeah, that huge sword made that wound, but Amiri is nowhere in sight. The giant, meanwhile, looks up at you as you close the door, and he just grunts.
Wait, did we close it?
Oh, I'm sorry, you open the door.
I was like, why did we close the door?
I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, if you want to close the door now.
Close the door.
I kind of feel like Bashk might have slammed the door shut and been like, "Hey guys,
Hey, just so you know,
slight issue."
I'm curious
there's a
as to
big
how
blue
the
guy.
frost giant didn't break any of the dishes.
Right, that's
that's the most interesting.
like,
part.
how did he get it? I want to know how a frost giant got into the kitchen.
Yeah, maybe we need
How
to
big are
capture
those
him
doors?
and really ask some questions about this guy. Like, you're
Like,
very
how did
gentle
we-
with the plates.
Did he get ported
Diplomacy
in?
check.
Well, here's the deal. As you open the door, you look at him, he looks at you, he roars at you. And then I'm assuming, he doesn't stand up. And you close the door, I guess. And that's what happens.
Okay, let's go check another way out.
And then Yakety Sax plays, and it's a whole thing.
I got a little
whole
art
thing.
for you, actually, with this guy. You guys want to see him?
I can see him.
Well, sure, but I mean, I got like a
wanna see
piece
it.
of art.
Oh yeah, you got a bigger.
Never seen no artwork.
Wow.
Whoa,
he looks fierce.
Oh,
Pretty
does
good,
look
yeah. He's
angry.
got this huge white beard. He's got this dope helmet on that kind of visors over his eyes, and he's wearing some.
it's very Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah,
It is. I was just
Very
thinking
fitting,
that. I was like, what tier helmet is that?
You can see his wound. He's like, he's favoring.
Yeah.
an arm.
Yeah.
He's got a blood pouring between his fingers. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
God, I
looks
love this
nice.
artwork.
Well, let's fight him.
All right.
I mean, he's got artwork.
He's got artwork. That means we have to fight him.
Okay, well, what do you guys do? You guys can just bust open the door, roll some initiative checks. What are you doing?
Are we in combat? Are we in now?
He doesn't appear to be moving off that bench. Again, he just kind of screams at Bashk, and then Bashk closes the door, and the giant appears to. You don't hear anything. He's just sitting there.
All right, so I think Bash is actually gonna slowly
you guys
open the
wanna
door
Rochambeau
again.
for this?
Make sure he saw what he actually saw.
Just want to go paper, rock, scissors this out real quick.
I kind of wonder if we can't do a diplomacy check. If he didn't come at us, like maybe we can.
You know what?
We can talk the frost giant down.
If you want to go in and talk to the frost giant, you be my guest.
The angry, roaring, bleeding
The
frost
one that's
giant.
bleeding on the ground.
I was
Yeah.
gonna maybe like yell from the doorway, not like go shake his hand, but
I'm just going to throw this out. I cannot speak giant.
I can't speak giant either.
Ooh, you know what? I got to check my languages because I have a bunch of them.
Yeah, Jotun or Jotun is the giant language.
I don't speak that. I speak Elven and Dwarf.
Nope.
Go ahead and
comment.
pencil that in on your sheet there, Brad.
Yeah, Jotun.
Jotun.
That's not one of my 6.
all right. Well, the talks failed.
I will say this. When he screamed at Bashk, he screamed at him in common. He was like, ah, instead of, I don't know, whatever.
Oh, it was a
the
common
Jotun scream would have been. It was a common scream, yeah.
Mitch
You
is gonna
suspect
kinda
there
put
may not be a
himself
language barrier.
in the direct path between everyone. If you guys want to yell over my shoulder, but
I'm gonna walk in.
okay.
I'm gonna draw my sword, and it's not gonna be up. It's just gonna be in my hand. I'm just gonna walk into the door. I'm gonna stand like over here on this side of the table.
Yeah, so the Deuce walks in, and again, the Frost Giant stands up, picks up his sword, and seems to be getting ready to fight you. He roars at you. He's got blood frothing in the corners of his mouth as he does this. Screams his head off, but does not apparently approach, and you notice again he's just bleeding like crazy. The Deuce, you look at him, and he looks at you. What do you do?
I'm gonna take my sword and just kind of casually point it at his leg, and I'm gonna be like, "How's the leg doing?"
And he just doesn't really respond. He just grunts and yells again, just in a rage.
Are we in combat or can I move freely?
You can move freely.
I'm not in combat yet.
Mitch is going to move in as well.
Seems to anger the giant. Now the giant's getting mad. It's just like, "Brrr."
Whoa. Does anyone have any giant snacks?
I'm gonna take a step this way, and I'm gonna try and intimidate. I'm gonna roar back with an intimidation check.
That worked really well.
Bold.
In
I
episode
like
1.
it.
Oh jeez. 11 plus not enough.
Do you want to go reach over and
11
touch
plus-
his hand?
It's a solid 14.
Solid 14. Yeah. Guess what happens next, Bill?
I get punched in the mouth.
Roll for initiative.
Yes. Yes.
Peace talks have failed.
We tried, kind of.
The Deuce has been around a long time, so he just likes to try things that might work.
How has he lived this long?
I have no idea.
Sirio.
11.
Bashk.
22.
Wow.
I'm rolling rocks. I mean, it's going to stop now that we're in combat, but yeah, I'm killing it.
The Deuce.
19.
Mitchell.
That's a 13.
Bashk, it's your turn.
All right, so a fun thing that we haven't talked about Bashk is he is actually he's a frilled lizardfolk.
Oh yeah.
So what that means is he's got this frill that sits on the side of his neck that he can flex just right, and that thing will pop up and help with intimidation checks. So he's gonna do an old intimidation check here on this giant.
Oh god, you're gonna go for a demoralize?
We are demoralize. How about a 19?
Against will difficulty class, that's a success. And this guy goes frightened 1.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
He does. So that was action 1. I think for my next 2 actions, I'm going to go full Dilophosaurus here. So I've got the frill out, and now we're going to do a little bit of acid splash.
Nice.
And that will be a total of 20.
That's a hit.
All right. And that does 1d6 of damage, which will be 3 points of damage.
Whoa. 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 The Deuce. You're up. But you know what? Before you do anything, man, I got to roll a d12 and resolve your 0 check.
I knew it was coming. I knew it. I knew it.
Wow.
I knew it.
Let's see here. So, oh no, Chris, I rolled a 12 on the d12.
Uh-oh.
So what is so? Now we've had the 0 check before, but we've kind of zhuzhed it up for this project. So can you take me through? The 12 is a major.
That's a major misfortune.
Problem, right?
Yeah.
God.
I'm dead.
Cool. So I am to roll a d100 at this point, right? And if I
Yes.
roll it, can you tell me what happens? Because I don't have the rule up right now.
I can, yes.
Okay. Here we go. That is a 67.
67. Dun, 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 dun,
Two
dun.
alone,
Scrolling
that's
through
right.
my table.
Major table.
Oh my goodness. You are teleported to a random adjacent hex.
Oh, awesome. That is awesome.
So-
Teleported to a random, well, I guess in this case it'd be a square, right?
Yep.
Random, huh? Okay.
Or I guess since we're not really hexploring yet, maybe a random room in this house, or I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
All these are tagged with GM's discretion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm just going to roll a d8, and on a 1, you're going to get pulled right into melee with this guy. That actually might be something you like, too, but...
Well, he could also.
Say-
He's kind
save
of
me
tucked
a
behind
move.
He's tucked behind a table, so he could end up on difficult terrain as well, which would also be.
That's true. And I don't think of these as like an effect that happens randomly right away, but what I see this as sort of just a bit of a turn of fate. You know, like Bill wanted to start the fight in that square, but it turns out based on the karma of using the 0 check, he's now starting in a different square. I rolled an 8, which is going to put you in this square that I've just moved you into. So, for some reason, that's now where you have begun the fight. Back to you,
Well.
Bill.
I'm going to whack at him with my longsword because now I don't have to move.
Fair enough.
So let's see what the Deuce has got. 17 hit, maybe?
That's a hit.
Nice. And then 5 plus 8 is a 13 on the damage.
Okay, nice, solid hit on this dude.
Nice job.
And then I'm just gonna keep swinging. That's up 6
Total.
total. Yeah, that's not doing anything.
Crit fail, but not a natural one.
I'm gonna swing again. -5, so it's an 11 plus.
Actually, that'll be
9.
-10 since you're gotten 2 doses of the multiple
Oh, yeah.
crackdown.
So 16 plus 9 is 15.
What?
16 plus
Oh,
9?
wait. That's not right.
16 plus 9 minus 10
Yeah.
is 15.
Oh,
15.
so 15
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 16 on the die. You normally add 9 to your attacks, and you subtracted 10 from that, meaning that you got a 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a hit?
Pretty good roll.
Fighters are dumb.
I will
that a
tell you
hit?
this. Almost a hit, but that missed. Thank God.
I was like, but is it a hit? That's what I need to know.
It is Jagrundor's turn. And he seems to just have fists, right? But the first thing he's going to do is he's going to take this deep breath and he's going to blow a cone of cold in a 15-foot cone that will affect the Deuce and Mitch. So I need both of you guys to make a basic reflex save.
16.
It's an 11.
We have a pass and a fail.
Who's who?
It's opposites day.
Let's see. So we're going to start with 2d6 damage. Whoever passed will take half of this. That's going to be 4 and 2. And that's it. Let's see. Okay, so now I got to figure out how long he's going to take before we can reuse it. Nice. For his second action, he's
So
just
Mitch takes the
going
full
to-
8, I'm sorry. Or the full 6? What was the
4.
4 to 2?
4 for Mitch, 2 for Deuce.
Okay.
He's next going to just swing his fist at the Deuce at a plus 10.
Yeah.
Ooh, sir, that's
A
going to
plus
be
10?
Yeah, that's going to be...
The fuck is that?
well,
He's a giant.
Yeah, dude.
that's a 28. Oh, but actually he's frightened 1, so that'll take him down to a 27.
God, because that would have been a crit.
Ooh, nice. Okay, well, I'll
But
just
it's not now.
I'll
Thank
just
God.
roll regular damage on you then. Let's see.
Dude, you got fisted by a giant.
I did get fisted by a giant.
To the tune of 15.
Oh my goodness.
I'm down.
Damn. Are you down?
Down.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he punches you in the face and you crumple.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. All right, you go to dying 1.
Deuce is not
goodness.
loose. The deuce is not loose.
My goodness. Okay, well,
That just turned.
Yeah.
I had 17. I took 2 from the frost damage, and then he just punched me in the face for 15.
my gosh. And then he's going to step forward over to here
He's up.
as
Oh,
his
now he
third
moves.
action. And that's it. That's going to take us then to Mitch.
All right. Well, shit.
You better start swinging.
15, 20. Okay, so I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm not going to metagame this. But when Deuce... Well, fuck. No. I'm going to see if this guy has an attack of opportunity, and I'm going to try to move behind him.
He does not react to your movement.
So I move to the other side of him, kind of taking a wide run around, stepping over the Deuce's body there. And that cone of cold kind of pissed Mitch off a little bit. Like, there's frost and there's dew all over his freaking nice shiny armor right now. So he is going to do something that I like to call explode.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
You can explode.
It sounds way worse than it is, kind of. But it's an inventor skill. Basically, I set my stuff into the massive amounts of overdrive and it explodes. Like, my armor fire just bursts out of it in a 10-foot emanation. And it's a
Gonna burn
2d6.
me while I'm down.
I don't think I can. I'm not gonna. I think you're out of it.
well,
Oh shoot, he's not. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that.
I was like, Jesus, Brad.
Okay, so nope. Hey,
Explode on your dead friend.
Yeah, it would kill his buddy here. Oh gosh, If I'm okay, so I'm gonna move. Oh, it's on top of a table though. That's rough terrain. In fact, moving over that table would that have slowed me down?
yeah, I was kind of thinking that through a little bit. It does look like you probably have to burn 2 moves to get to the other side of this giant.
Okay. Which I'll do. I'll post up here. I think the flanking bonus is going to be important if we get someone else in here. And then with my last move... Boy, this guy's going to hit me no matter what, so I should just take a swing at him.
Kill him, please.
That is a 20 to hit total.
That's a hit.
All right. It's a 1 on the die.
Nice.
So that's
Nice.
a good 4 damage.
That's what I'm talking about.
Damage. You know what, man? It's all about base hits. But,
Yeah, I got base hit.
Face hit.
Base slap.
Oh, my. Sirio.
All right, so I just saw a whole lot of stuff happen. The deuce went down, and then can I even see Mitchell at this point?
I think Mitchell's probably out of your view because you're looking down the hall through that door.
Yeah,
you see the giant. He's standing over the deuce, whose jaw is now ajar on his mouth. As the deuce got his bell rung pretty good. He's lying unconscious.
I've never seen a frost giant in the flesh, but I've read about them, so I'm going to try to recall knowledge, see if I can learn a little bit about this guy.
Okay.
Going to use nature.
Okay.
Call knowledge. 17 on the die, and add 4, 21 total.
Okay. Yeah, look, this is a frost giant. They speak common and Jotun. This frost giant, you've already seen the chill breath ability. They can use that every 1d4 rounds. You're not sure where that's coming back. This guy doesn't appear to be armed. You don't know of any weaknesses or anything like that. Like if you're wondering if he's weak to fire, you don't recall that he is.
Well, regardless of being weak or not, I am going to produce flame and shoot some fire down this hallway at him.
Okay.
Got an 18 on the spell attack roll.
That'll hit.
All right. That'll do 6 fire damage.
Okay, he's looking, not too wonderful, not too good. Do you know whose turn it is? It's Lindsay's turn, man. She's in this.
God, I forgot about Lindsay.
Yeah.
Lindsay can heal me.
Lindsay is going to inspire courage for starters. The lute comes out and she's just like she just starts going. So everybody gets a +1 bonus to attack rolls. You inspire your allies with words or tunes of encouragement. Lindsay's opted for the tunes. You and all allies in the area gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls and saves against fear effects. So try to remember that. The second thing that Lindsay's going to do is a telekinetic projectile. She's going to try to take this dude down. That's an 11 on the die. She adds 7 to that, which is going to be an 18 +1 from Inspiring Courage is a 19, which will be a hit. And so she'll do a little damage roll for us.
What was the projectile?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I don't know.
Like a shoe?
Yeah, sure.
The head of one of the corpses.
You know what it was? It was one of those bags of 100 gold.
No, it wasn't.
That's going to be 6 damage total.
Dang. Lindsay doing work.
So not a bad little thing. This guy is looking like he's on the edge. Oh, but actually that's going to be 7 damage because she's inspired. So that's going to be her turn. We're going to go to the top of the round, Bashk. Or the top of the order, I mean.
Yeah. So Bashk is going to actually reach back. He's got a long spear that's kind of hanging off his back. He's gonna pull that out for his first turn and equip it. So is that 2 actions then?
Just one to draw it.
Yeah, and now it's got reach on it. So if I'm looking at the map right, I am 10 feet away from this frost giant.
Yes, you can do that.
So I'm going to roll.
Flanked?
Oh, he is. Yes, he would be flanked.
Yes. You would get the flanking bonus with Mitch on the other side.
All right. Yeah. So my roll is going to be a 9 to hit. That's with the +1.
That is and +2 for flanking takes you to an 11.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Actually, it's not a +2 for flanking. His AC drops by 2.
Down, right? Yeah.
But unfortunately, that is a miss.
That is a miss. All right. So that's 2 actions. So my third action is going to be to send old Dundee in here, and he's going to run up, also in flank. Oops. Hold on. Let me get the right. He's going to run in there, and he's going to
terrifying.
Right. Here comes the crocodile.
Oh my god.
And he is going to try to do a jaw attack.
Oh, no.
And he is going to roll. I told you I ran out of my good rolls. He is going to roll a total of 10.
No.
With the +1.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's going to miss. The deuce. It is your turn. Oh, sorry, Donnie. Go ahead.
No, that was 2. He moved. Yeah, so that was 2.
The deuce ain't doing anything but laying on the ground bleeding.
Well, the deuce needs to make a DC 11 flat check to see whether your dying ranks go up. You are dying 1 right now.
Everybody makes these, Bill. It's fine.
I'm dying 2 right now.
Oh my God, the deuce is bleeding out.
I rolled a hard 3 on that one.
Okay,
Oh,
keep
yeah,
in
that's not
mind,
enough.
if you crit fail this, because the DC goes up, next round it'll be DC 12 because you're dying 2. If you crit fail this, you lose 2 dying ranks. What I'm trying to tell you is that if next round you roll a natural 1 or a natural 2, the deuce dies.
We'll be introducing. We'll be introducing Trace.
The Tracy. Yeah,
Trace.
Trace, the deuce's twin brother.
The Tracy. Okay. And that is your turn. And that brings us to the Frost Giant. So he's
I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Step on the elf.
He's going to turn around and he's just going to swing on Mitchell.
Bye, Red.
15 to hit.
Get out of here.
He's going to do it again. Ooh, nope, that's not going to hit.
Howard,
Let's
what?
see. Yeah, I'm rolling low. That's a 5 on the die and a 4 on the die. But I think...
Oh, shit.
I don't think there's really much for him to do. Let me just see if there's anything else. Nah, there's
You do a
not.
knowledge check.
He's going to do a knowledge check on you. He's like, No, man, I'm just going to go fishing for a natural 20. Ooh, natural 16, which would be an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Will that hit you?
Yep. I should have raised my shield. Yep.
Oh.
That's a hit.
Oh, man. Scored a lucky hit there at the end. That's going to be a D8 plus 8.
What is he, left-handed? Why'd I get +10?
That's going to be 14 damage on Mitch.
Jesus.
Oh my
Mitch is
word.
at 0 hit points.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Is that on the ground or is that?
Yeah, we're
That
both
is-
laying.
Yeah, you're dying
unconscious.
1 as well. My goodness. Yeah, give yourselves those glyphs. So, oh my God, this giant puts Mitch down. Okay, well, that's the end of his turn. Mitch, that would ordinarily be your turn, but you get moved in the order to be just before the giant when you get dropped. And Deuce already started in that position, so I didn't have to move him. Sirio, this giant looks near death, as do 2 of your colleagues. What do you do?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so
Level 1, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
just one-shotting our frontliners.
It's a fucking frost giant. I mean,
Yeah.
That's true.
I should have pulled the bow out.
Can I move down the hallway and get into this square right by Dundee?
Sure.
All right, and then I'm going to raise up my hands and shoot out a cone straight in front of me with that orthogonal projection.
Oh, so you're gonna miss the two guys down on the floor.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to tag them as well. And I'm going to use Rejuvenating Flames.
Oh my gosh. Is this a bloodline spell?
Yeah, this is part of the Phoenix Bloodline. It's a focus spell.
Oh.
So I'm going to use my focus point and cast Rejuvenating Flames. You create a gout of flame that both burns and heals. You restore 1d4 HP to allies, and they gain +1 to fortitude saves for a minute, and enemies take 1d4 fire
Oh,
damage.
interesting. So you
nice.
are intending to hit everybody.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Now, is it the same roll? Do you roll the healing and the damage together? I think it's the same roll for everybody, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll leave you
Do
to
that
it.
hard 4,
Oh,
Chris.
I rolled a 1.
Ooh, okay.
That's all I needed.
It does trigger my blood magic, so I will have the Frost Giant take an extra 1 fire damage, so he takes 2 fire damage.
He takes 2 fire damage.
Yeah.
Bing.
Nice.
Yeah.
For those that can't
Nice.
see, there's a giant red X over the frost giant right now.
Goes
Yes.
down.
With two
Meanwhile,
points.
the Deuce and Mitch are both now wounded 1 with 1 HP each, and a quiet falls over the room. Lindsay walks in. She's like, Oh my God! What the hell is this? I can't quite lock down what Lindsay's sounds like, but I'll get there on her.
Yeah,
she's cool though. Just keep that in mind. She's
the juice
cool.
is gonna drink his healing potion. What is that? A D8?
Yeah, D8.
So yeah, I can kind of dabble in healing magic, but I don't know how to heal anyone natural. Does anyone have any like skill in medicine or?
I have medicine skill.
Anything
like I can do
that?
medicine checks, but I don't have any.
I mean, I've got a heal spell prepared. I can happy to.
People treat wounds. Does anyone have the healer's tools?
I have healer's tools.
I don't have any of that ability.
So it would be Bashk would be your medicine person, I suppose.
I don't have. I don't have much medicine. Like I said, I do have a heal spell though that happy to use. Did we say that?
I'm going to start by drinking a potion.
no one's trained in medicine.
Yeah, I am.
Wonderful.
I'm trained in medicine.
I'd be surprised if I wasn't. Let me just take a look.
Yeah, I'm untrained. I have a +4 in medicine.
Nope, not trained medicine.
I'm trained medicine.
I'm a big dummy.
This is the Swiss cheese effect, where everybody thought everyone else was taking it, and you guys end up with the deuce, being your own medicine person.
This is why we always share our characters before blind folks.
So it's kind of a blind roll.
I'm telling you what, I'm checking Lindsay here. Lindsay is not trained in medicine either.
I rolled an 8 on the D8 for one of my potions.
Very nice.
So
yeah,
I can flat medicine check Brad for what? It's 15.
If you kill me.
Yeah, it's 15.
Well, let's see what happens, Brad.
Yeah,
let's look at natural one.
12 plus 5 is 17.
Hey!
Or 12 plus 4.
Oh.
So 16. Still. Whatever.
Mitch, you lose your wounded condition as well on a successful treat wounds check.
I like it.
The deuce, will you do yourself too?
Man.
Well, do I get that? What was the healing back from that? From you there?
What is that?
1d8?
I think it's 2d8.
48, I think.
It's probably 12. It's probably
68.
2d12. Brad, that's a hard 8.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll take
Mitch, you're doing good, man.
Yeah.
I guess I can treat wounds on myself. I'm going to kill myself.
That'd be hilarious.
How many hit points do I got?
You drank a potion, so I don't know.
I got well, Chris gave me 1. I got 7 from the potion, so I have 9. I might just roll with that. That's a horrible idea.
I think you got to take that wounded condition off yourself.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
Got it, man. 2d8 back, and the wounded condition leaves you. So
7.
Here's the deal, guys. You guys are sitting in this room, the Scullery. You got a door to the south, and you've got a door that's open to the north. And the door's propped open, but it's kind of dark in that room. It looks to be kind of a storage area up north. And, of course, you've got double doors to the west that you think probably lead back to the Great Hall. What do you do?
So the door's open, but it's kind of dark in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take one of these plates that the giant somehow didn't break, cast light on it, and chuck it in there.
All right.
I like that play.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you kind of stand where you can see it. And here's what you see.
You don't have to roll like a check for the throw. To play like this.
I felt it was a narrative roll.
Well, but I have a question about the plate. So you cast light on the plate illuminates. You throw the plate shatters. Is each piece illuminated?
Oh my God.
No, it's a point. So it's a 1D a 1D location.
I'm going to say that the largest remaining piece of the plate remains lit. And so with that little shard of plate in the room, you reveal 3 of your NPC friends that you met earlier at dinner all appear to be bound and gagged and unconscious in this room. You see Harim, you see Amiri, and you see Valerie. And Lindsay immediately runs in there. She's like, "Oh my God, guys!" She starts kind of fussing over them and trying to untie them and stuff.
Bound, gagged, and in a dungeon. All right.
Wow.
Oh dear.
That's a different podcast. I guess the Deuce is going to go in there and start helping her untie her friends.
Yeah, it almost kind of
After getting punched in the face by that giant, she's like, "We're gonna need a bigger boat."
Well, it's kind of interesting that you got you four guys kind of were in that room last night and maybe bonded a little bit, and it kind of seems like these four are kind of in a similar kind of an alternate party, so to speak. And she unties them, and I think the book actually says each one of them has 1 HP. They're just kind of laying there, maybe sleeping or bound and gagged or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I will tell you what happens from here. The first thing is that Harim is going to get up, and he's going to kind of walk really slowly out of the room, and he's like, we've had some really bad company tonight. And he is just simply going to start wandering back to his room to lay low, takes a look at the deuce, gives him a scowl as he leaves, and Harim dips out. Unless one of you guys...
Can I throw my bolos at him?
Sure. Yeah, no, he's out of here, man. But Amiri...
Yeah, as he's passing Sirio just kind of offhandedly says, the end is closer, isn't it?
He's like, closer every day.
I think Bash says, "Hey, we just realized we don't have any medicine skills in our group. Do you want to hang out just for a little bit, just in case?" But I think it falls on deaf ears.
He goes, "No, I don't think I will." No.
He didn't even heal his own friends. What makes you think he's going to heal us?
Yeah, it seems like kind of a jerk, really.
Should we just kill him? He's only got 1 hit point.
He goes back to his room to kind of tend to his wounds and wait out the rest of the night. However, both Amiri and Valerie seem into the idea of coming with you guys, but they are weak. You might recall that these are the 3 NPCs that you gained influence points with. Amiri was impressed with Mitchell lifting that table up, whereas Valerie, I think, you garnered influence points with her. A couple of you guys did, 2 of you did. So you've got yourselves a little following here. Lindsay, Amiri, Valerie, all with you. Let's talk about their class comp a little bit. Amiri, as you know, is a barbarian. She's the giant instinct, and in fact, you see that huge sword. She uses a sized large bastard sword. Doesn't hit any harder, except when she's raging. Her rage jumps from 2 bonus damage to 6 bonus damage.
Whoa!
But she's permanently clumsy while wielding it, so her AC drops down. So I just picture her just spinning in circles.
She put a big old dent in that giant.
She did, yeah. She took that giant down 15 HP.
Oh, wow.
That giant, Jergrindor was his name, as you guys saw in the art. He would normally, vanilla, he'd have 50 HP. You fought him at 35. Because Amiri got off a nice hit on him. Valerie, meanwhile, I was listening back to the recording. You guys kind of assumed that Valerie was a champion, but not so. She is a sword and board fighter.
Yeah, you had actually said fighter in the beginning of the episode.
Oh, I did I? Okay, yeah. So she's got a long sword herself. She's got a steel shield that is stylized to just be as big as she is. And you now have 3 people with you. I want to take a second and talk about NPCs, however. First of all, dudes, 90 experience points for rescuing these 3 NPCs. So put that there on your thing. Jergrindor, meanwhile, is a 3rd level combatant. Now, he was weakened, so I can't give you the 3rd level combatant experience level. Let me see what I can give you here.
Mike, you're the GM. You can do whatever you want.
GM's discretion.
Hence, 60 HP, 60 XP for taking down Jergrindor.
So we're sitting at 360 right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah, about a quarter of a way to level 2, guys. My God.
So kind of while the Deuce was medicine checking Mitchell and then touching himself, Syria will refocus and then kind of gather all the wounded people remaining and rejuvenating flame on them.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because they all have 1 HP themselves.
Yep. Everyone heals 3.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I would assume, especially if you take a couple minutes here, you could probably resolve medicine checks. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but we'll get everybody into decent health. These 2 new followers. But back to what I was saying before. The module is going to creep to a halt if I'm running 3-4 NPCs at a time. So I think we're going to adopt this whole notion of you can travel with multiple NPCs, but we're going to have to come up with contrived reasons why maybe some of them are not going to participate. I'll let you guys take, I think for now, maybe you can have one NPC with you. You can pick who you have as a combatant as we move on. But at the moment, you guys have 3 followers with you. What do you guys think about that?
That's awesome.
Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Makes sense. So we're gonna fill up these rooms with people.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you got these 3 people here: fighter, barbarian, and a bard. What do you do?
Syria likes the music, so he says we stick with Lindsay.
Yeah, I'm fine with Lindsay.
And I mean, these followers are they'll be around, but like just when we're walking around, there's only one active. Is basically what I'm getting at. So like in camp or whatever, they'll all be there, or.
Well, I'll take a look at the companion guide and stuff and try to suss that out a little bit. But I'm assuming that you can probably take them with you hexploring, on hexploration. But yeah, I mean, when you guys, reconnoiter and find a place to go and you go there, you guys like that I said that right?
Yeah, I like it.
Did I say it right? I can't even know. Yeah, I can't even know if I did or not. But when you guys find a dungeon or something, I think just from just a reasonableness standpoint, you probably can take one with you at any given time. Now, that said, I do think they're all going to level with you. I think I'm going to keep them a level behind you.
Okay.
Typically.
But we don't have to rotate them to get one leveled up. They'll all level equal. Okay.
I think because the idea is they're going to be doing their own things too and stuff, as they're around, assuming they survive.
Sweet.
Yeah, so I think Bash kind of looks at the 2 that the one left, so whatever. But I think the other 2, he says, "Hey, Lindsay's going to stay with us. We're going to look at this. You guys go rest up and heal, and we'll catch up with you later." So they can bounce.
Mitch will make a point of going up to Miri and just kind of fist bumping, like, "Nice work with that sword. That's impressive."
She's like, "Yes, well, you took me down though, but yes, thank you." I don't know. I'll get Miri worked out, guys. But she says something cool. Yeah, she says something super cool.
Sweet.
And Valerie says some dope ass shit too. And then the 2 of them leave. They give each other high fives and they leave.
We would like.
Is it like the top 10, like spinny top 5?
Yeah, we just want the listeners to fill in their own funny jokes and their own dope sayings, and it just to work out great.
It's like, what were those books called when you were a kid?
Mad Lib.
The Mad Libs.
Mad Libs. We're a Mad Lib podcast.
Mad Libs Pathfinder.
Yeah, Mad Libs podcast.
What I will tell you, actually, let's actually, I was just taking a look here a little bit. I'm actually going to award you an additional influence point with Valerie for taking Jagrindor down, because she's just like, this invader needed to die. And she takes a look at all the carnage that you guys have left behind, all these cutthroats and everything. You guys are cleaning house. She's into it. So that takes you to 3 influence with Valerie.
Was Jagrindor like a worshiper of Shaylin as well? Artistic crust?
Nope.
Dude was here to paint, and we started a fight with him. It's messed up.
That wasn't blood. That was paint.
That was red paint.
Exactly.
All right, fellas. So Lindsay stays with you guys. You're in the scullery. Got a couple of doors. What do you do?
What you said? There were, which doors? There were doors to the where and the where?
Yeah, we got double doors to the west that you think lead back to the Great Hall, or you got a 5-foot wide door to the south.
Yeah, I'm thinking we check out the south. So Bash will waddle down there. He waddles for some reason. I don't know why he's waddling, but he's gonna wander down there and he's gonna open up that door to the south. Worked out pretty good last time. There was just a frost giant.
So this looks to be a washroom. This room holds a few large wash tubs along with some folding screens that provide a modicum of privacy for the few chamber pots found here. A small brass oil lamp on the ceiling sheds plenty of light and fills the room with the thick scent of cinnamon. So you can imagine this room smells like cinnamon and chamber pots mixed together.
And poo.
Wow. Oh, that's interesting.
That is. I'm gonna do.
I think Pier 1 sells a candle like that.
Yeah, exactly. Old Bash is going to do a perception check here.
Yeah, maybe. Roll it out, my friend.
Oh, we're back to rolling good because it's perception. 25.
You found a secret door, sir.
No
Of course
way.
you
In the
did.
bathroom.
A secret door in the bathroom.
I'm not taking that door.
This reminds me a lot of the movie Clue. We keep finding secret doors and dead bodies, and we're getting kind of numb to the dead bodies. So,
As you look to your right, you can see the outline of a secret door leading further to the west.
Mitch is going to check the giant's body just on passing
good call.
to see if he had any.
Oh, Jagrindor, although you would never know his name. He doesn't have anything on him. He just wears a battered, large-sized breastplate.
It's garbage.
Yep. Literally garbage he wears.
All right, so we gonna press our luck and open up this secret door.
I say go for it.
Yeah.
I'll come into the room behind him and watch the masterful door opening skills.
Right?
Well, this looks to be a secret privy that is in here. So this is a little bit nicer than just the chamber pots. This is a little 2x2 room. You see that there is a secret privy here. Just a little bench you can go poo on if you need to.
Is there a hole cut in the wall?
I'm going to cut the glory hole joke. Thank you.
Wait a minute.
Dude, don't cut the glory hole joke.
Oh, God. Weirdly, there is. I didn't understand the reference. No, just kidding. There is not a hole in the wall. But,
Giant sized.
you know, this just, whereas this room smells like cinnamon and poo, this room just kind of smells like musty poo in here. But there is
that is
another.
definitely a candle.
That's definitely
Musty poo.
Definitely a candle.
Oh my God! Yeah, there's another door that leads again to the west, and
Do you guys want to sneak into the main hall through the secret poo room?
All I know is
if they didn't expect us.
if Yankee Candle listens to this, we deserve commission for your new sense.
Or at least a poo scented candle.
Right.
Yeah, so both of these doors are going west. Are we confident that they may go to the same room?
Let's split DPS.
you know that they.
Yeah.
You know what? Make a roll.
Brad, make a construction check.
Roll a dice or something.
Construction check.
Make a contract.
Make a
Make a
construction check.
Make a contractor check.
You've been to the Great Hall, so
Kind
make
of
a.
an
roll a 10.
engineering roll, 17 on the die.
Oh, okay. I like that. The engineering roll. Yes, you do remember that the doors like this were of this orientation. And in fact, thinking back to the entrance of Charles Groning, you realize that Charles Groning probably pooed in this room. He came out of the poo room when he came
dead.
into the Great Hall.
I see
Dad was
the
last
Reader's
with the poo.
Digest on the floor, and it all clicks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you have palpable deja vu thinking back to smelling
I
your
recognize
dad's
that
poops as a
musty
kid.
poo.
Yeah,
That musty
It's your
poo
dad's.
is my dad's.
Yeah, it's your dad's poo in here.
Guys, my dad pooped in here.
All right, so are we going to sneak into the Great Hall through the poo room?
Yes, we are.
Are we going to split DPS and
No,
go through
no.
one door?
When you're given
I
the
say we
option,
double door it, kick it
We
open.
double door
and
it. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
He's
go
going
to
back up to the double
and
doors.
yeah.
I think. Oh, you're going to do the double doors, not the poo room.
I think we're missing a chance to enter through the shitter, but okay.
If we all like pile out at once,
Let's split
that'd
up.
actually be
That's
pretty
always
comical.
works.
Oh yeah, no, we
Fred,
shouldn't
we'll
split up.
split
Yeah, let's go to the
TPS.
double doors. It'll be cooler.
So you go to the double doors and you try to push them open, and they are locked. They seem to be barred from the other side.
Going through the poo room.
Go through the poo room it is.
Let's do the
I
poo
feel
room
like
it
we're
is.
being guided.
Option
feel
2.
Option 2. All right. All right. Who's
Not
going
that
to do
two.
the,
Are we
who's going
back?
to do the poo
Are we
door
back on
first?
the train tracks now?
This is gonna be like Bill and Ted piling out of the phone booth.
I'm just looking at the module here. You see that the double doors are barred, but the poo room door back to the Great Hall is not barred.
Nobody locks
And
the
you
poo
guys,
room.
one by one, file through the door. Bosch and Dundee go first, followed by Mitch, followed by the Deuce, Sirio, and Lindsay bringing up the rear. And here's what you see. You see the Great Hall. It's looking a lot different than it did a few hours ago during the feast. 3 of the long tables have been turned on their sides. They've been pushed against the large entry doors to the south, where you originally came in earlier that day, to form a makeshift barricade, no doubt from the roving bands of cutthroats that Sirio saw through the window. Dishes, broken goblets, bloody stains, they all mar the floor, while at least a dozen bodies lie against the east wall. Lady Jamondi's guards gather at the barricades and in front of the double doors leading into the west wing. That's the wing you've not been to yet. Those doors are sealed, and several tapestries have been torn from the walls and wedged into the gap between the floor and the door in what appears to be a feeble attempt to keep smoke from flowing into the hall from an apparent fire in the manor's west wing. Meanwhile, you look to your right as you come through this single door, and you see that about 7 guards are holding this door against a frost giant, and they're all flipping out. There's a frost giant in there. Oh my gosh, hold the door, hold the door. And then you guys come out of the poo room, and they're just like, blah, and they're very surprised and scared to see you guys. And you stand there, they look at you, and you look at them, and I assume you must tell them, giant's dead, dudes. We got it.
Yeah, I'm just imagining this. So all of us clown car out of the
shitter,
the private bathroom, right? Picture these dudes trying to, struggle against a frost giant, and we just nonchalantly say, "Oh yeah, we dealt with that guy."
Yeah. So it's fantastic. I am so happy you went through the poo room door. You quickly identify who's in charge here at the Great Hall. There is this human fighter guard guy. He looks a lot more competent than the other people, the other guards that you've been dealing with here. And he immediately begins peppering you with questions. He asks you, he's like, what happened in the East Wing?
We tell him everything that happened.
Yeah, so, we woke up in the middle of the night, heard these bars just come crashing down against all the entrances, and we figured, we got to get out of here.
How many remain? How many enemies in the East Wing still?
We found a lot of bodies, and we stacked a lot of bodies.
You saying you've cleared? Have you secured the East Wing?
It's pretty secure. There are some couple bedrooms that we did not go through, so there's maybe stuff back there.
Okay.
We tell him about the roving bands outside the window to the north of the fortress.
He's like, well, it's a good thing they didn't see you. They've been trying to get in here.
We also killed an ogre and a frost giant. So
no, not an ogre too. Yeah, he's super impressed, of course, obviously. So he tells you that he's been ordered to hold at the Great Hall and to make sure that no other attackers get in. And you see there's a bunch of other people, both dead and alive, that are here. You see a bunch of guards have been injured. There are servants, both from the east and west wings, that have made their way here. Some of them look real smoky and ashy, having been over on the west side, which appears to be literally on fire right now. And you see that there are a couple stragglers that made their way from the east side before the doors got barred because of the frost giant.
So I think Bash is going to ask who gave the orders. Is what's her Jamandi? Is that her name?
Yeah. Where's Jamandi?
Yeah. Is she the one that gave the orders, or where is she?
She ordered me to hold the Great Hall. Then she took a squad of 8 guards with her and went to clear out the west wing. Her goal was to retake her dueling hall, the far end of the manor. So I'll wager you'll find her there.
We should go help.
I think so.
Sure.
And what about the other guy, the Iosif, or what was his name? The other guy that was at the head of the table?
The mayor?
Oh, Lord Mayor Selamias? Yes. Yeah. Oh, no, he left hours ago, shortly after the feast concluded. His carriage probably took him to his villa in Restov. I hope he hasn't been waylaid by any of these criminals on his way home. There's nothing we can do about it now, though.
Oh, yeah. So I feel like we would work ourselves west at this point and try to catch up with Jamandi and the force that she took.
Sure. All right, so you take a look at these western doors. When you watch the stop, drop, and roll video when you were little kids and everything, and you're supposed to touch the doorknob before you open the door in case there's a fire. You touch the doorknob, it is hot AF. There is fire on the other side, smoke coming through the cracks. So it's bad over there.
Oh, is there any other way around?
Avinzi, I think is his name. Yeah. No, she went that way and then the fire started.
Any ideas how the fire started?
No. Must have been those bastard cutthroats.
How long has it been going?
10 minutes.
So these guys that showed up, have you seen them before? Like, is this a new development?
Well, judging by their tattoos, I think they're members of the Black Tears, an organized gang of killers that typically operate in northern Bravoy. I'm surprised they've made such a brazen move. Either they're desperate, or someone paid them well enough to attempt this attack. I don't think many of them are going to make it out, though.
Is that a name that I would recognize?
Make a society check.
It's only a 10 total. So no.
I mean, you've heard of the Black Tears, and really, the truth is you probably knew that they were the Black Tears anyway, because they all have the, I don't know if you remember the arc from the beginning, but they've got these tattoos of tears coming down their eyes, not necessarily signifying how many people they've killed or anything like that. They just all have the same 3 tears coming down their face. They're just, they're just a gang of cutthroats, so to speak. But again, you guys, as you recall, you're in the southern tip of Brevoy right now. They operate in the northern tip. We're going to say the northern tip. Sorry, I like saying that now.
Say tip one more time.
Tip.
So yeah, I mean, even though there's a fire raging on the other side of this door, I think we need to help out our host.
Yeah. And this is a primarily stone building, or is this
are there windows we can kick out?
Let's get that engineering check. Yeah, let's get that engineering check from Mitch.
Oh, hey, that's a 1. So that's
that's a fantastic check.
Well, you have not put together the truth of the matter, which is that, this is a stone building. Mitch thinks it's going to go up like a tinderbox. He's not thinking it through. But, the rest of you guys probably understand that. And I guess Avenzi would even be able to tell you, like, look, the furnishings, some of the wooden panels are probably burning back there, but the structure itself is going to stay intact no matter what happens.
Right. So Mitch will do these doors open in or out? Away
They
from
pull
us?
out.
They pull out. Okay.
I don't know.
I'm probably going to injure myself, but Mitch is going to grab onto one of them and just give the door a yank.
Yeah, you give it a yank.
Pull and step back with it out of the way of it, like flashback. Or backlash, or that, or what was that? What was that movie? Was that
Backdraft. Backdraft. Yeah. I don't know that
That's
there's
exactly what happens. No.
Okay, so here's what you see. First of all, so you pull these doors open. First of all, smoke comes billowing out very quickly. And you see a bunch of doors to your left and your right, and all of them, you see fire licking out of the doors. But the hallway itself that you're presented with doesn't appear to itself be on fire, but you're immediately hit with this smoke. You realize, God, you got to do something. You can't sit here and breathe this stuff in. But I got to tell you what, we're going to worry about that next week, because we're going to wrap it up here.
Dun, dun, dun.
see this?
I envision us holding our breath and sprinting down the hall.
Yeah.
Being stuck on that side.
Yeah, and then suffocating and dying.
Maybe really boring. There's
Thank you for listening to the Zero Check Podcast. Please email your feedback to zerocheckpodcast@gmail.com. Visit our website at zerocheckpodcast.com. All music was composed by Kevin MacLeod and Comtech.com and licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0. All ambiences were composed by Michael Gelfi Studios, michaelgelfi.com.